Let us continue with our science pilgrimage. This time, we take you to Woolsthorpe Manor, the birthplace of Isaac Newton. Hailed as one of the greatest scientists that ever lived, he gave us laws of motion. He showed us what gravity is, he showed that white light comprises 7 colors, he invented calculus. The list continues. This is the house in which Isaac Newton was born in 1642. It is situated in Woolsthorpe Manor, close to the city of Grantham in the UK. Grantham is a couple of hours away by train from London. Then you need to take a taxi to reach Woolsthorpe Manor. However, on this occasion we were lucky to be driven by Sham. A 2-hour journey door to door. A big help. Here is the apple tree. Apple tree and Newton are inseparable. A grand fairy tale has been built around the two. Newton sat below the tree and an apple fell over his head. That made him ponder why the apple should fall down. Why did it not go up? Then he discovered gravity. Many scholars do not believe in this. Gravity was not a serendipity discovery. There was a deep meditation and contemplation over it for many years. There stands Richard Fairhead, one of the enthusiast volunteer guides to the museum. He gives a learned talk on the apple tree to the visitors. I published a biography of Isaac Newton in 2017. We decided to donate 100 copies of it to the museum. Thanks to our publisher, by the time we arrived, the copies had reached the museum. Surprise, about half the number of them had already been sold. On our arrival, all the volunteers assembled in front of the apple tree to greet us. Here they are, each with a copy of the book. The remaining copies were sold within 2 weeks. The book displayed in the museum. A word about the book. Enthusiasts picking up and glancing the book. Visitors, young and not so young, watching a video in the museum. During our previous visit, we donated a copy of my Canada book, Isaac Newton, to the museum. It is surprising and heartening at the same time that the book is exhibited in the main hall. Do you think this is an ordinary living room? Banish that thought. One of the young visitors asked Richard Fairhead, who was showing us the room, the same question: what is so great about this room? Richard answered, "This is the room where modern physics was born. Isaac Newton discovered gravity, showed that white light is made up of 7 different colors, and invented calculus in just 2 years. All these, in this room. Even Albert Einstein visited this room to pay his respect to Newton. This is the room where history was made. Do not forget, the success of Newton's theories eventually led to the end of burning witches. And out went superstition. Why not call this a Maha Sunday? It is here that science laid a major step forward." Let us wander through his house. It has 2 levels. Most of Newton's intellectual activity took place on the top floor of the building. Display of his books. Arthur Storer was an astronomer and a lifelong friend of Newton. The two went to school together. Once, he picked up a fight with feeble Newton in front of the school building. The latter mustered all the courage and threw Storer to the ground. Then Newton determined that he would beat him academically too. Thus started the unparalleled intellectual life of the great master. He excelled in his school and also in Cambridge. This is where Arthur Storer lived. Now in Grantham. This is the school where Newton studied. He etched in signature on the window ledge here. While studying in Grantham, Newton stayed with John Clark's family in this building. John ran his apothecary here. Now off to Trinity College, Cambridge, where Newton studied and worked as a professor. The college too has planted an apple tree in front of Newton's office. This is when we presented a copy of my book to the prestigious Wren Library of Trinity College. Proud possessions of the Wren Library, the original copy of Principia Mathematica. A lock of Newton's hair and his walking stick. The enormous achievements of Isaac Newton make us dwarfs in front of him. We were glad that we visited this place where history was made. Science became modern. Thanks to him, we mortals now have a key to understanding the physical world. This is a pilgrimage indeed.